Good morning there, Murray's Readers and Leaders. I'm going to do another book on inquisitive minds. It seems like I'm getting a lot of volume and views on this particular area, inquisitive minds. You all have them, it seems like. I have it, so I read books that get my mind going. The book I'm going to talk about today is uh, Virtue of Nationalism. I read a couple of books on globalism too. Uh, in my description, I give you a link to a book on globalism. But I want to talk about this gentleman, Yoram Hazon. It's Hazory. He's a Jewish, pardon me, but I have a hard time with his name. He is an Israeli philosopher, and he talks about nationalism. He gives an excellent case in his book attacking the globalist idea. We're lucky here in the United States of America. We only have the two borders with Canada and Mexico. The Mexicans and South Americans want to come here, but the Canadians, very few want to come down here. So we don't have the problems they have in Europe, and Israel doesn't have that problem. They stick with their nationalism, and they believe in their unique culture and internal cohesiveness. And it seems like the countries in Europe, uh, France, a number of them having the conflict with uh, globalism. They're getting all these immigrants, and it's changing the dynamics of their culture. Uh, this gentleman is a philosopher. He's got a Wikipedia. There's a lot of on him on Wikipedia. Go look him up. Uh, I recommend it. Uh, and I believe in nationalism. I don't know what they mean by white nationalism. I'm an elderly man, I'm white, but I believe in our culture. And anybody that comes into this country should learn English. I've had two Latin wives, they learned English, and they came from the Dominican Republic, and they're doing very well from what I understand. I'm divorced, so where to go with that? I'm not going to go into that. But this is a big problem for Europe. They got people in Brussels telling them what to do. England has got out of the EU. Luckily, they kept their currency prior when they did get into the EU. All kinds of problems are happening. Even now, Turkey is going to let a number of immigrants go through Turkey and go into the EU. That's going to be a major problem. And also, we have this corona virus which is spreading. Well, it's going to spread more in Europe than it is in the United States because we have solid borders. They don't. They People can go from one part of the EU to the other part because in 1997 they become citizens of the EU, the European Union. They're not citizens of France. They're not citizens of Germany anymore. They're citizens of the EU. Now, some of the countries are keeping their culture. They're fighting over it. There's all kinds of problems in that area of what is France, what is Germany, and oh boy, I could go on for hours, but I'm not. I'm going to just say this: get the book, Virtue of Nationalism. The other book, one of the other books I read was United Kingdoms, where they feel that where that author feels the everybody should be united. The whole world should be united. Well, it hasn't worked. I don't think it will work. But use your inquisitive mind and look into it. This is Roy Murray out.